Hey, how's it going? Just thought I might come out and say hi to everybody. Just wondering what's going on. Hey, how's it going? Just out here to chat and see what's going on with everybody. How's it going with you guys? Hey, Janine, how's it going? Just thought I might come up and say hi to everybody. I got no complaints yet. The weather's pretty miserable, freezing rain, stuff like that. Um, so I'm inside for most of the day. Um, so that's pretty much how it goes. Yeah, there's the link to come on up. I am actually going to be starting that kind of stuff right pretty soon. A buddy of mine will be bringing some manure up to put in my gardens. Last year, I before the snow flied, I had taken my shovel to the whole entire garden and just turned it over like you see some farmers do. So my buddy's going to be bringing up some manure. And I'm going to put that in and get the spade shovel out and turn that all over, and mix it in a bit. And then I got to get some more triple mix and spread that in and mix it in with the spade shovel, and then let it sit for a little bit. Maybe possibly, if I don't have the time to let it sit with the triple mix mixed in, I'll just rototiller it and then start putting my seeds in at between May 4 and June 1st is when I start doing that stuff, planting. So that's when usually the last frost is. So I know that feeling, Janine. That's how I quit smoking cigarettes. Yeah, I can start raking out the lawn with the rake, and whatever stuff I get from that will be going into the gardens. So to be mixed in. And that's about it. And then I got some homemade bone meal. I got some grinded up egg shells. I've got some coffee grinds. I've got ground dehydrated. Well, I bake them, but I bake banana peels and grind them up and put them in 2 weeks before, or at least I try. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I put that in as well too, and any composting stuff. So this weekend pretty much is when I start doing all that stuff. And getting it started. When do you start doing all that stuff there, Janine? Oh no, you do. What, you do it all in your house and stuff like that? Okay. How far are you from North Wellington County, Ontario? because you could always come up here and plant some stuff in my gardens if you want. Oh, geez, Waterloo. Is that in Ontario? Okay. How you live in an apartment, or you got your own place? No? Okay. Because you're more townhouse. Okay. That's where the two houses are. You got two houses underneath one roof, or a whole row of houses side by side? Oh. What's it like to live in one of those things? Well, you're more than welcome to come over to my place if you want. I got about a quarter acre with some gardens in it, and do some gardening if you want. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Always. Yeah, apartments and condos. I hate them. You might as well be living in somebody else's arguments. uh, okay. Yeah. 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 I was out helping a friend yesterday, and he gave me some meat. I got some a roast, a beef roast, and ground beef, and a liver, which I'll give to my dog, and I got a whole duck. So yeah, it must have stopped raining and freezing rain. Starting to, No, it was already frozen, so I can't can it. Um, but when I go to eat it, well, I might. Yeah, I can it actually. Um, I can make beef soup out of the beef roast. Maybe some duck soup there. I'll use the ground beef for something or another for sure. And I'm gonna make the dog, the liver for the dog. I don't like liver. It tastes funny to me. So yeah, pretty soon I'll be able to start um, construction on a chicken coop when the ground dries up a bit. So that'll be a good thing. Get some chickens for meat and eggs. So maybe sell some eggs. I don't know. Yeah, I'm only gonna do enough chickens for myself at least. Yeah, can't wait till that's done and get the stuff the chickens I want. There's a guy up the street from me that knows where to get the chickens and stuff. Put my dog to work guarding them. Which is always a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, well, he's got to earn his keep around here some way with the food prices being the way they are. He's got to earn his keep a little bit. So, yeah, all my plants are doing good. I harvested a bunch of turmeric and took one of the a tiny little piece of it with one of the with the shoot on it and some roots and replanted it. And they're really beginning to take. So ginger's popping up. Tomato plants are looking good. Pepper plants are looking good. I did some basil. Gotta wait for that to pop up. I did some Agrillera. Gotta wait for that to pop up. I just planted some chives. I gotta wait for them to pop up. Um, I'm in the process of bringing my pear tree and my peach tree in and out of the house because it's still getting Some nights are still below zero in the minus. So I've got, hopefully we'll have some apple trees sprout up. Hopefully I take them in and out when I take the peach trees and the pear tree outside. I got them in 5-gallon pails. I'm gonna get some pomegranates up and going. I gotta deal with a pomegranate there, and I'll drop a few of the seeds in some 5-gallon in one 5-gallon container and see what happens. So I bought some green onions when I went grocery shopping on Monday. I'm gonna be when I cut them down. I cut them to about an inch long and then replant them and water them, and they'll grow back. I got some turmeric that I'm gonna be putting in some 5-gallon pails, and then some ginger. I got some more ginger as well too for the month, and gonna try to plant some of that stuff. Got some bananas there. I'm gonna dehydrate them and turn the banana peels into bake them and put them into the blender this week. So got some oranges and apples and that I gotta get dealt with. So I'll be right back. I just gotta go to the washroom. All right, I'm back. Grabbed a coffee while I was at it. Yeah, it's just one of those days, the weather days, right? So where it's gonna be like miserable for the next couple of days, with the rain and some snow and sleet and whatever else, but it is that time of the year. So that's all okay. I can live with it. But yeah, sometimes it's just hard to deal with it, but I got to. We all got to, right? It's a lot better than what's been. Yeah, that too. Um, for the most part, I don't mind it, right? But the biggest part is the hibernation's over now, and I just want to get outside and do stuff, right? So it's hard to want to do that when it's sleeting out and stuff like that. So, but it's okay because tomorrow it's Canada, and come tomorrow the weather might be nice, shiny weather. You know what I mean? And it might be plus 15. You know, so one good thing about Canada, the weather does change. Just got to wait 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm in this thing called on on YouTube land here. It's called Shed Wars. And it's what it's about is gardening. It's a big gardening thing for the whole northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The first year when this whole thing started 2 years ago, I started buying mason jars and canners, dehydrators, stuff like that, right? And put in a garden and put another garden in and another garden in every year. And the first year I did okay. Last year I did a bit better, and then this year I'm hoping with Shed Wars, being in Shed Wars, it gives me a little bit more of a push to do stuff and learn a few things for the motivation. Sometimes I have the tendency to lose that motivation sometimes, just if I'm not into it too much, I'd rather not do it. And it's not that I don't want to do it, right? But it's certainly not like cutting down trees where I get that adrenaline rush, and that's what motivates me. You know what I mean? You got to look at it. Sometimes it's hard to look at it. I gotta feed myself, right? And with the prices going up as much as they are, yeah, I've got that. And it's hard to deal with it some days, but I'm trying, for the most part. At least with the wood thing is, if I want to heat the house, I gotta go get the wood, right? So I gotta look at this gardening stuff that if I want to eat, I gotta grow stuff. You know what I mean? And it's something to do. It's just changing my thinking around on it. So. And that's okay, Janine. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I just put this up to see what was going on and see who's going to come out and what have you, and have a little chat for a little bit before I start doing stuff around the house. So, you gave me the motivation to today to go and do stuff. So I appreciate that. It's one of the good things about this YouTube stuff. You know what I mean? I find that for myself, at least, that I can do live streams now and come on, and when I'm not so motivated or what have you, um, and just talking to somebody, right? Doesn't matter what it's about. It could be gardening, it could be the weather, it could be anything, right? And it's just makes me feel like I'm not alone, in the world. With the lockdowns and some of the restrictions that they're starting to lift, um, that's going to have some. Uh, hey, Hedgehog Homestead, yeah, that with all the lockdowns and that, it's going to have its effects not just on me but the whole world at large. So it's hard to deal with, but that's okay. You just got to try to have a positive attitude on things. Um, at least I got a roof over my head and a dog and some people that are doing the same things as me, and maybe not everything as like I'm doing, but similar things. Just trying to survive with what's going on out there in the world today. So but it's all good. The most part. So how are you doing these days, Hedgehog Homestead? Yeah, just doing the do things, I guess, for myself. Just a matter of time before things happen around here. Got to just learn to sit back and relax sometimes, I guess. Too impatient sometimes. That's a part of life. Hey, Audrey, how's it going with you? Just out here chatting with some people about whatever. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask. Yeah, just needed some motivation today. I got some dehydrating to do. I got and then some canning to do. Um, Water bathing, canning. Uh, some oranges, apples, pears. Uh, that's what I'll be canning. Because Going to be dehydrating some green onions and bananas, and then turning the banana peels into, I bake them, and then I take them to the blender, and then I use it for fertilizer for the potassium. And then I'm going to also be replanting my green onions. I cut them down so that they're about an inch from the roots, and then I replant them because they'll start growing again. I got a pomegranate that I'm going to be dehydrating and getting some of the seeds from it as well too, and planting them. I got some ginger and turmeric. I'm going to get some of them planted as well too over the next few days, and then start dealing with my garden because I got a buddy coming up with some horse manure. Start working on the soil and whatever gardens I can, because there's still a bit of snow, but I can get at 2 of them, well, 3 of them actually. One of them I just poured dirt onto until because I got mint in there, and I'll be putting my turmeric in there. I'm going to be putting my turmeric, ginger, and lemon trees into that garden, and whatever baby trees I got into that garden there. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Did you guys leave some fuel out and about, or where he could get at, or spill some somewhere? So I remember my dog getting sick like that, and at the last place, my last dog, he got really sick, very similar to that, but he would eat grass, and I had my fuel tank, my furnace fuel tank. It was it ran on furnace oil, and he got sick, and what happened was he would eat the grass with the fuel that was still on it, because it's a very oily substance, and if he got into that just a little bit, or any oil or anything like that, because I know you guys were saying about an oil change on your tractor there. It doesn't take much for that to happen. So, you know, accidents do happen. Hedgehog, you know, because I don't think there's anything, you know, I could only assume that you guys bring your dog up there to your place, and where the tractor is and where you're building, to get them that sick. They either get diarrhea, or they just puke stuff up. My dog, from the last 3 dogs I've owned, and that's including this one, when they eat something different or whatever from what you're feeding them, they'll get the runs. If they eat grass or stuff like that, they'll just puke it back up. But if it's coming out both ends, it's something serious. And I've only had that happen once, and that was when I had my oil tanks changed. Because some of it got spilt on the ground, right? It does happen. You know, you think some of it goes away, like that stuff would go away right away, but no, it's an oily substance, and it takes forever to go away sometimes. So I hope your dog does get better. Yeah, in due time there, Hedgehog, in due time, you know. You guys are basically started from scratch, you know, at that new place. I gotta wait till I got an indoor garden right now, so it's to get some of the plants that take longer to grow, or they need a better, I don't understand this 1A or 1B or 2B or 4B or 4A or whatever. But basically our outdoor growing season is pretty much from May 4 to mid-November to late November, from frost, the last frost to the first frost. You can overwinter some of your root vegetables like carrots or garlic, another one, stuff like that, right? But that's pretty much our growing season. So it's just a matter of now that I can get into the beds, or at least 3 of them. Still got to wait for 2 more, my strawberry patch and another one there, to get the snow out, to have the snow melt. Yeah. So I'm just saying from my experience with my dogs, but if everything's like that, you know, God only knows what it is. You know what I mean? It could have been something from there, right? But that was already there. But usually, you know, like I said, from my experience, from the 3 dogs I got, and working on farms, accidents do happen. I mean, like just normal accidents happen to me, happen to you, happen to my neighbors, happen to anyone, right? You know what I mean? You know, it could be just simply filling up your tractor with diesel, right? Couple, like a half a liter gets onto the ground, your dog sniffs it, gets some on his nose, and then licks it, right? You know, and that's all it'll take. An oil change, some gets a little bit gets on the ground, he sniffs that, right? Have a hydraulic leak, you know, somewhere. You know, it's just a part of having a dog and a tractor, or multiple tractors. You know what I mean? Um, you change the fuel filter for because it's time to change that. You know what I mean? Some of that, you know, it. um, you know, so I'm not saying I hope it's not that, you know, but at the same time, I try to be very cautious about doing stuff when I got no tractor. I got a quarter acre here, you know what I mean? So I got a push mower, weed eater, stuff like that, you know, a little rotor tiller, right? But I do all that stuff in my shed, where 95% of the time he is not allowed to go, because I know that every time I go to fill up a gas tank or do an oil change, um, whatever, I'm spilling gas and I'm spilling oil, WD-40 or spray paint or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Because dogs, they're always sniffing around in everything, you know. Um, and and that's all it takes. Um, that's all it takes. You know, it doesn't take much. You know, the best I could say is, even if it's going to be temporary, I don't know what you guys do for your tractor, uh, but I would have it in an area where it's fenced off from your dog, um, for now, and it's just because your dog, you know. Even if it's like 4 posts, like T posts, and you put some chain link fence around it. You know what I mean? Um, and you do your oil changes in there. You fill the gas up in there. You know what I mean? Um, so that you know that whatever chemicals you're doing or whatever you're doing when you go to work on it, it's contained at least to that spot, for now. Because it does happen. Like, I don't know if you guys are going to be growing animals, but and I'm only speaking about uh, farmers that do on a really small scale, or mass production. They call it a biosphere, um, and basically only their equipment's allowed in it, and they've got a shop separate from it. And they got their gas tanks there. They do whatever maintenance that they need to do there. Because when you go to grease it, you go to do this, it's contained to one spot, one area, and the sheep and everything, the dogs can't even go in there, um, because of it, right? So, yeah, yeah, because you know, yeah, because anything, you know, to help. Yeah, because our animals, they're especially when it comes to our pets, you know, they're really great, uh, and it's hard to lose one. Um, Really hard to lose one, um, even if it is from natural causes, and even animals that we breed for the meat. Um, Alrighty, good luck with that. I hope your dog's gonna be okay. Yeah. It's been about an hour now. So I'm gonna call the live stream and end it, and get some stuff done around here today. I thank everybody for coming out, and have a good day. Bye for now.